Okay, I'm doing a quick highlight. It's not quite a tutorial. I'm sure a lot of people have done this before, but it's a highlight on how good this game can be. Starsector. I'm highlighting something that gets overlooked most of the time. Now, this is an incredible ship. It's the Eradicator. Now, a lot of people don't like the Salamanders. I love them. They're the Salamans. All my ships have them. I can use a Salaman. But the real highlight for this video is the mining laser. If you look at the description, it only costs 1 ordnance point, which is like the cheapest weapon you can socket in your ship. It only does 30 damage, so it does very little damage. But what I think it's better than any PD in the game. Obviously, there are bigger lasers that are PD that are better, but for the cost of 1, you can't beat it. But what I think is better is the fact that if you were to use Vulcan, it costs 4. It never always hits. It misses most of the time. Even light machine guns, they miss a lot. So their hit ratio is pretty garbage. Laser, at the moment that missile comes into contact or into range, they do damage. So they're incredibly accurate. So the way that I have this set up is with advanced turret gyros for the extra 25% damage. Armor weapon mounts does increase 10% haste on my ticks. Armor, you don't need this. I'm actually debating and getting rid of this. And solar shielding, this is when you're out in space. Converter hanger, I normally have it with wards, but I want to have it with mining pods this time. Shield conversion, I believe it's a must. The average shield you get is 150, but with the front shield you double that, so that's amazing. For 8 points you can't beat that. Now this is where the buffs for the lasers come in. We get 40% increased range on our lasers, which normally come with a 600 range. We give it an additional 50% damage, so instead of 30 damage, they do 45 damage. Now we also give it an additional 200 range, so instead of 600 range, now it's 600 plus 40% plus 200. So if we want to see what the exact range with both of those buffs combined, we're looking at, instead of 600 range, now it has 1040 range. That's insane for a PD that costs 1 OP. And then we have hardened shields, so our shields are pretty decent. Now we're gonna do this test against 3 dominators. These are 3 cruisers, so it's 3 ships that are bigger, if not they're the same size as us, and they are pretty scary. And we're doing this without a commander or an officer, and we're also doing this completely hands-off, so this is just AI doing it. And I'm gonna speed it up because it actually takes a while, because there's a lot of juking that the computer does. So as you can see, the missiles come in, and the lasers, they start attacking like almost immediately. See, that's a lot of lasers. I want you to keep an eye on my shield. See, my flux is pretty high. We got hit there by the cannons there a lot. But those missiles are going to town. That's not good. The rock pushed us back. We lost a little bit of armor there. Salamans for distraction. See the the lasers are going to town. We got 1 hit there. But look at the range. It's just insanity. Reaper rocket right there too. We destroyed it. The problem with AI is when it gets cornered. Like if it gets going this way, it's gonna get cornered here at the end. That's when we take a lot of damage. So we could die there. I haven't seen it happen. This is the second time I tried this without an officer, and it was pretty close. We got to 20% CR when we actually managed to kill all 3. because the volume was pretty high on the music. I think it's still kind of high. Let me turn it down. But yeah. So we're kind of getting cornered right now. I mean, look at those fucking lasers. They're so good. That was a Reaper. That it keeps going to the corner. Don't go that way. So the reason why I like to test in simulation odd fights like this is because I like to make builds with ships where I can just let them be. So let's say I'm busy fighting in the middle of the map and this guy gets stranded and he's being chased by 3+ enemies. I want to make sure that the build or the weapons and the setup I give him, it's good enough for him to fend for himself. So if I was busy at the other side of the map, this guy will be doing just fine. I mean, getting a little bit banked up and but surviving. And if anything, he's just buying me time, pulling mobs or ships away from, you know, where my squishy units are. I mean, look at that barrage. Those are just 1 OP miners, by the way. No problem. And he got fluxed. These are the only ones that sometimes manage to land, and it's because they're really fast when they blow up or when they want to connect. I hate this ship. That thing just destroys shields. That lance that they have. Okay, now we're gonna be losing CR in a bit. Our fighters are at 30%. It's not good. We're losing a lot of armor from the front of our ship. We're at 94% CR. We're starting to lose CR now. They are at 45. They're gonna start breaking down in a bit. But miners, they're really good. I think for 10 OP, the fact that you can keep spamming these little dudes that help you with missiles, and they can body, like meat shield, some of the shots, I think it's worth the 10 OP. Normally have wards, but I wanna try this build without them. Wards is kind of they're really good. The problem with the wards is if I'm fighting 3 dominators, they're just gonna die very quick. Because what happens is the wards, instead of hanging around my ship, they go out and attack. And if they were to attack this guy right here, they get attacked by all 3. So it's a good distraction. It's just I don't think it's good for what I'm trying to highlight here, which is the defense on the BDs. We're starting to do damage now. Yeah, I want you to keep an eye on the missiles. Like, it's just not possible to keep up. And this is just one ship. Imagine if I had 3 Eradicators next to each other. Like, no missile will come in. I'm actually going to probably test that out. 3 Eradicators versus 2 Eradicators versus 2 Onslaughts. I would like to see that. That'll be probably pushing it, because Onslaughts are beast. But yeah, we got this guy. He's gonna die. He dead. He's at 0% already. Yeah, they're all at 0% already. Obviously, if you were like in an actual fight, they will probably be at the same percentage you are, which is, I'm at 43% right now. So they will be able to shield and shoot, but at the same time, you will be able to back up your ships. You're not just gonna let them be until they're at 0%. So this is kind of like the soft enrage for them. They should have been able to kill my dude. I want to try with versus the Onslaught. I want to see if I can actually... I'm being blocked by the trash. Yeah, this is over pretty much. We actually killed them before, 20%. Our last attempt was 20% CR. This time was 24% CR. Okay. I want to try Onslaught. So we're at 100%, run simulation. And this is probably going to end that badly. I want to see it though. I've never tried this though, so I don't know if it's going to work. Onslaught, I think they have longer CR, so their breakdown. I will break down before he does. But yeah, look at the missiles. I think only 1 landed there. That main gun that they have, though, that thing hurts my shields. Yeah, this is not gonna end up well for me. I should probably speed it up. Yeah, that's too much for my 7 lasers. I think it's 7. 3. Then 2, that's 5. That's 7, but the ones on the back don't really do much. Just the ones in the front. So it's 5 lasers, it's too much. I mean, it's doing what it can. I mean, look. I feel bad for my Eradicator, putting him through this. I think we did a little bit of damage there. Still, very impressed. And that was my Eradicators with mining lasers 1 OP.